Good morning, Sylvia. It's 35 degrees here in El Reno, and today we're headed to Cuba, Missouri, where we're going to stay in the Wagon Wheel Motel, which is a fairly well-known motel on Route 66. And I called last night and made a reservation, and the lady said that the key will be under the mat for me at room number 14. So it's going to be a good day. It was 8 o'clock, and you can see by the morning sun that I'm headed home. And one thing I didn't say in my little intro this morning is that I had not planned to go through Missouri. I had planned to go through Arkansas and head on to North Carolina. And I may have mentioned in a previous video that the family home in Kentucky sold and the people that bought it moved in this weekend. And I contacted the husband of the couple that bought it, and I told him, when you've been in that house for a couple of days, you're going to have 100 questions that I can answer. And if you want me to, I'd be happy to swing by and chat with you for a bit about it. And he said he'd love to, and looking forward to meeting me. So the quickest way to get from El Reno to eastern Kentucky is to go through Missouri, right up Route 66. Now, I've already seen everything that I want to see on Route 66 in Missouri, but I'll probably drop in on a few of the more famous ones just to get a few seconds of video during the day. So we'll see how it goes. The Ribbon Highway, I think it's 9 feet wide. Concrete curb with, looks like asphalt. Or asphalt here anyway. Okay, we'll call this site number 1. Where am I? I'll give you a hint. I'm in Kansas. Okay, site number 2. Where am I? Although this one's going to be easy with the name on the building. I just saw 2 men panhandling, and their sign said homeless and pregnant, and they were smoking. Now, something about that just don't seem right to me. If you're pregnant, you're not supposed to smoke, right? That seemed a little odd. So site number 3, where am I before I show you the sign? There we go, site number 3. I don't know how old this place is, if it's really a Route 66 attraction or what, but I guess it's pretty famous. A lot of people here. I guess it suckered me into $4.99 for a quarter pound of fudge. Okay, site number 4. Site number 4. Where am I? Oh, the river's high. I guess it's been raining here. I'm still in Missouri, and this place here on the left may give you a hint, a clue. I don't think they're open still. They were closed the last time I was through here. Nope, they're not open, but site number 4. What could it be? More original lanes of Route 66 in Missouri. Note that it's 4-lane, and there's, look at the upturn guttering on the side of the road. Look at the right. That's pretty common on Route 66. Concrete paved roads. And site number 5. Site number 5. If you guess number 4, you'll probably get this one. I think I read at one time this was the deepest cut through rock of any highway in America. Of course, it's not that way now, but this is Route 66. Back in the day, deep cut through the rock, and there's a name for it. So do you know what it is? Site number 5. Ruined his day. I wonder what happened. Fell asleep probably, or texting or driving. Whoa. Site number 6. Where am I? Site number 6. Where am I? And I'm in room number 14. There's Sylvia. After a hard day's ride, I think we did more than 500 miles today. And there's room number 14. She told me the key would be under the mat. That right there's the key. I've heard they were a little bit small, but that's okay. I expected that. Looks clean. Probably typical bed. We have a little bit of motel art. Just a little bit of motel art. Okay. Well, I can just roll out of bed and wash my hands. Okay. It's fine. For what I paid for it, it is fine. Ooh, hardwood floor. It even squeaks. Ooh, look at that radiator. So I was talking to Lori, like I do every night, and I was looking at my doorknob, and of course there's a deadbolt above the doorknob, but it's still got the old school skeleton key lock. Anyway, you can see through the keyhole to the outside. I think that's pretty cool. How do you like the shirt? My wife made that for me a couple of months ago. So this will be the last video of my North Carolina to California trip. This is a fish pond, I guess a garden pond, koi pond that I made Lori 7 years ago now, 8 years ago, and she really enjoys it. I went on to Eastern Kentucky, like I mentioned in the previous video, and met the folks that bought the family home. They seemed like really nice people. And they got off to a rough start though. The husband and his father-in-law and a couple of the oldest kids drove a U-Haul and another vehicle across country from California to Kentucky. So I-40 most of the way, 4 days. They had a flat on the dually, didn't have a spare, had to call the rental company to come out and repair it. But then the wife and the rest of the kids flew into Bluegrass Field in Lexington, Kentucky, which is not a big airport. And on their way home, their oldest son called and said that his brother had wrecked his dirt bike and had broken his leg. And so the parents called 911 on their way from the airport back to the home that they just purchased. And the mother got there, and I don't think she even went into the house, jumped into the ambulance, and they took him to the closest elementary school where a helicopter medevaced him to West Virginia, to a hospital there, because the paramedics thought it was pretty serious. And I think the elementary school was the closest place where they knew they could land. I guess probably a football field or a playground. But anyway, so they got off to a rough start. And I decided to give YouTube a try on this trip because my hosting company screwed up my website and I couldn't do my normal blog, so I just decided to concentrate on doing YouTube videos. I really just did them for my family, my friends. I've got a couple of disabled family members that can't travel, and they kind of travel through me. And my grandson, 2.5-year-old grandson, apparently really likes to watch Papaw on the TV. So I made them for him. And lastly, I guess I made them for me. I'm 62, and I can't do this forever. I hope to be able to do it another 10 years, maybe more. But at some point, I'm going to blow out a knee, a hip, or just lose confidence in my abilities. And then it'll be time for Sylvia to find a new owner. So I'm making these videos so that when I'm older and can't ride anymore, I can enjoy the ride again. I've gotten several questions about my gear. So I'll probably do a video about the things that have worked and have not worked for me, just to help those folks out that have had questions. I want to ride Sylvia to Alaska, maybe next year, I don't know. But if anyone has done that and has any advice about what time of year to go or things that I must see, I definitely will go through the Canadian Rockies, Banff, Jasper, that area, the ice fields in Western Canada. But if anyone's done that trip and has any tips, please leave me a comment. I need help. To leave my wife for 3 weeks to go on this trip, I had to make a compromise. So in the near future, we're going to Alaska by plane, boat, float plane, train, boat, train again, for a couple of weeks. So that should be good for a video or two. So please subscribe and look for those videos. Lastly, I just want to say thanks for all the people that left comments, that subscribe to my videos. I didn't expect the number of subscribers or the number of views or comments that I've received. Like I said, I just was doing this for family and friends and having fun, making content that I think I will enjoy when I'm older and that my family will enjoy. So again, thank you. So I look forward to talking to you again in the near future.